Good evening and welcome to another episode of Reasonable Sanity Podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Token. And tonight I have a couple of authors on with me, and we are going to discuss men versus women relationships. So, with us we have Kim Internado. She is the author of a book called Men Are Like Shoes. Welcome, Kim.
Sorry.
And then we also have with us Dwight McClanahan. He is an author of Shut Up, Dinner's Not Going to Make Itself, a Husband's Memoir. Welcome, Dwight.
Hello.
Okay, so Kim, your book, I read a lot of reviews on it. I didn't read it. I can't read everybody's stuff that comes on here, but I read tons of reviews. It seems to be pretty positive. It tries to put a funner spin on the relationship aspects of men and women. What was kind of your drive to write this book?
Well, you know what? I was in a really kind of bad place for a little while. I kind of went through another breakup. Mm-hmm. And I was pretty much done with dating and going out on dates and getting my heart broken. So I ended up I went out for lunch with my girlfriend, and we started talking, and she said, you got to start looking at things a little bit more positive. She says, you're a very positive thinker, so this isn't like you to be so negative about something. I said, you know what, you're right. So then she's like, you got to think of it like trying on shoes. You love to go shoe shopping, so think of it like trying on shoes. You don't like this one, you go to the next one. You don't like this one, you go to the next one.
Excellent. Dwight, same question. What exactly drove you to write your book in your life? What happened that made that book become your reality?
It was basically after about 10 years of marriage. My marriage was basically a sham from, starting about year 3. My wife was one of those, what you would call a domesticated wife. She stay home, take care of the kids. She called that her job. Every day I come home, the house was a mess. Dinner was never done. And she was always giving me grief because I'm coming home late. Sometimes, 2-3 days a week, I might stop off with the fellas, have a beer after work, and she's giving me guff about it. I'm like, listen, I got to have some me time. And basically, just one night, I just told her, I said, you know what, you just need to shut up because dinner ain't going to make itself.
Okay.
And, that's right there is when it started just going downhill, really. We lived together for about 7 more years after that. Basically, I think it was so she could have my insurance.
Okay. All right. Kim, when writing the book, and when it comes to writing, people who haven't written books, of this nature, it's kind of a discovery as you go kind of a thing. What was your biggest surprise while you were writing the book? What did you find out that to you stuck with you as something, probably the most valuable thing you took out of writing that book?
Writing it, actually, I did have something probably valuable come out of it. I found out that, sometimes I wasn't the best person to date. And, not everybody's perfect, and not everybody's perfect for each other. And I was lucky to find out that, I'm okay with not being perfect, and I accept that.
Great, perfect answer.
I think part of the problem is probably her accent. But listen, my book shows how men should be sticking up for themselves and not, being the doormat for women. Just because they gave birth doesn't mean they're any more important than the male role in the household. Even though we might not be around as much, we got to go out, of course, and bring home the bacon. We still give it influence on them children. They're not any more important than the males.
Okay. I'm not sure anybody's making that argument here, but yeah, I got you.
No.
So, Dwight, for you, what was your big moment of discovery in your book? What was that one moment that stuck with you, the lesson that you took from it?
Moment that stuck with me the most. It was probably Christmas of 2015 we had the argument about whether we were going to her parents' place or we're going to my parents' place. Now, I'll remind you and all your listeners, we had been to her family side for Christmas for like the previous 5 years. Like, when we had an agreement, we were going to do the every other year thing. We were going to make things, we were going to make it even, we were going to make it fair. And I think I came to the realization that it was going to be one of the best things I ever did when we were about midway to her parents' house and I left her on the side of the road. I made her get the fuck out of the car. I said, you didn't pay for this car. You didn't pay for the gas that's in this car. You didn't pay for the insurance. I made her walk the rest of the way to her parents' house. I met her at her parents' house.
Wow.
Her parents must have been thrilled.
Yeah, that's
I don't need their validation. They're not my parents.
Evidently, they're still your in-laws.
That was it.
Not anymore. They're not.
Was that the most uncomfortable thing that happened at that Thanksgiving?
No, it was like Christmas, first of all.
For Christmas, yeah. It seems like that would be a pretty uncomfortable thing to bring to a gathering.
So, as soon as I walked in the door, the kids went and greeted the grandparents. I grabbed me a cool one out of the fridge.
Okay, so it's like nothing happened.
Nope. I told them they should be right behind me.
Every author has its critics. In any book out there, there's going to be people who say it's wrong. Kim, there was one particular naysayer that said that this is just again America falling apart. Women are talking about men as objects that are replaceable and basically destroying America. What would your rebuttal be to somebody who's making that claim against your book?
I would say evidently they didn't read the book and didn't hear any of the reviews. It wasn't a male bashing book. I actually think very positive about men. And I don't feel that men are the enemy, and I don't feel women are the enemy. Okay. I feel some people just probably aren't meant for each other. I also wrote another book called Heels and Hockey Skates, and I made sure it was about me living in a very male-dominated world. And I would never throw any of my male coworkers under the bus.
Very good. Very good. Well said. Dwight, some of your critics, one of them that I read today actually had said, how does this guy get a book deal? He has 7 felonies, including domestic violence and drunk driving, and that basically they're saying you're just a misogynist pig. Actually, a lot of your comments were around that. How would you go towards your critics? How would you respond?
I mean, what? I got to have some type of college degree to write a book now these days? I mean, that's basically what I'm saying. I mean, what do you say? I got to have, a degree? Is that what you're saying there, Ryan?
No, I'm not. I'm simply asking you to respond to your critics of your book that say that, first of all, they're questioning your ability to give anybody ethical advice because you have 7 arrests, but then also that you're basically just being a misogynist pig.
I mean, what are the guidelines for being a misogynist these days? Just telling someone they got a nice smile these days, you're a misogynist. I mean, I don't know what they think my qualifications should have to be. I mean, look at this woman here. You got a feminist lesbian on here who wrote a book about men.
Excuse me. Okay, wait a minute. First of all, you don't have to attack me. I'm not attacking you. Okay? So just calm yourself down. I'm not attacking you, sir.
I don't get that mobster voice with me.
Everybody should have their opinion, and I believe you should have yours. You start attacking me right at my accent, okay? Please, this is not an attack, okay?
Yeah, because it sounds like you want to try to put me in the trunk of a Cadillac or something there.
I'm not here to attack you.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to do the rest of the interview sounding like this now, okay?
All right, I was going to jump in.
Some positive attitude that you have, sir.
Hey, shut your fucking mouth. Then it ain't going to make itself.
Woo, and you have excellent language, too. Boy,
Thank you.
Sound like a real gentleman.
I appreciate it. What are you doing? Sitting on the toilet while your 8-year-old running amok in the house? Shut up.
I feel like as the host, I should take control, but Kim, you're swinging right back at him, and in my opinion, landing blows.
Swing at himself. He's gonna destroy himself. Anybody watching this interview would see what he's like. That's fine. Give him enough rope, he'll hang himself.
Let me get you real close here for you there, sweetie. You see this? You see that? Huh?
I need to see it, sweetie. I'm good. Thank you.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't say Hillary.
It's fine. I love my country. I don't have to love my president.
All right. So I think we'll go ahead and we're going to wrap this interview up with just, just one quick basic question to kind of.
I can rock back and forth too. Look at it.
Now you're disrupting my show, Dwight. This woman is actually a true author. Your book seems to be just catering to the uneducated morons that voted some reality meme star in. So why don't you stop disrupting my show?
How many books have you wrote, sir?
I've wrote 4 books.
They've been published?
3 of them.
That's I don't know why you're attacking either one of us. Nobody attacked you.
Yeah.
Hey, did anybody ask you a thing there, tits?
Sir, you know what? This isn't really a very nice thing to say to anybody. And now you're just being a bully.
Yes.
You're just being a bully.
Yep.
Why are you being like that, sir?
Yep.
Why really?
I'm gonna get you blacklisted.
Why take a good self look at yourself? You're being a bully.
Well, I would say you would have to blame this on my wife.
You can go back and watch this interview. I didn't attack you once. You have been attacking me the entire time.
Well, you did say multiple times that my wife was right.
I did not. There's not once. Go back to the interview. There's not one time I said that.
Is that what you hear?
Rewind it. Rewind the tapes.
Is that what you hear when women speak? Is that your wife got the courage to finally leave you? Is that what you hear? Because I didn't hear her say anything like that.
The only thing I want out of the relationship with my wife is I made her take the kids.
You made her take the kids. Wow.
I made her take the kids.
I'm gonna have to talk to my producer.
You said it was a shared thing. You shared your custody of the children.
I'm gonna have to talk to my producer. This was a horrible mismatch of show guests.
I agree. She ruined the whole fucking thing.
Yes, I did, because I actually didn't.
She admitted it.
Agree with you, and I didn't cower down to you. You're right.
You're gonna cry in your pillow top sheets tonight. I guarantee it.
Sweetie, I'm gonna leave this phone call. I won't even think of you.
Can I call you later?
What?
I want to know if I call her later. Can I get her phone number?
No,
I'm not
giving you her phone number, and I'm pretty sure she doesn't want to give you.
I'll fly to wherever she's at. We'll go out for some wine. She can wear me like a pair of shoes.
Yeah. Well, I know where one of her feet might go.
Into the kitchen to make dinner?
Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. My apologies to you, Kim.
Thank you very much, Ryan.
I'm going to wrap it up, but I guarantee anyone that has sex with that one should wrap it up, too. Goodbye.
Here, so.
Son of a bitch.
Jesus.
Fucking interview bullshit. Motherfucker.
Well, thanks, Kim. So Kim Interdamanto, Men Are Like Shoes, menarelikeShoes.com.
Please make sure that guy does not have my number.
I will 100% make sure he does not have your number. I will make sure I put Kim's information at the end of the podcast so everybody knows where to go. Dwights, who cares? Thank you, Kim. This has been
Thank you.
Reasonable Sanity Podcast. Good night, everyone.